It's the trial of Thomas Cashman, and it's continuing at Manchester Crown Court today. If that name doesn't ring a bell, the case certainly will, because this is the 34-year-old who's been charged with the murder of Olivia Pratt-Korbel, as well as 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of wounding with intent, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He denies all of the charges that he faces. To bring us up to date on where we are with this case now, horrific case, this gripped the nation completely, is our North West of England reporter, Sophie Reaper. She's at Manchester Crown Court for us now and joins me now. Thank you, Sophie. What can you tell us?
Well, Patrick, day 12 of the Thomas Cashman trial has now concluded here at Manchester Crown Court. This morning, the prosecution completed their case and the defence has now begun with theirs. Thus, Thomas Cashman, the defendant, took the stand for the first time in order to give his evidence. Mr Cooper of the defence began by asking him about his background, things like his employment history, his relationship with his siblings and his relationship with his partner, Kayleigh. He also asked Mr Cashman about his history with using and selling cannabis, to which Mr Cashman told the court that around the time of the incident last year, he was making around £3,000 to £5,000 every week. The defence then moved on to ask Mr Cashman about his relationship with Joseph Nee. Now, we know that Joseph Nee was the intended victim of the gunman that the night Olivia Pratt-Korbel was fatally shot. The defence asked him if he'd ever had an issue with Joseph Nee or any of his family, to which Mr Cashman said, "They've always been my friends, all of them." He went on to say that he'd been at Joseph Nee's mother's house the day before the incident, and when the defence asked him if there'd been any kind of issue between him and Joseph Nee, Mr Cashman said things were all good, same as every other time we see each other. The topic then moved on to a witness who can't be named for legal reasons, but who alleges Mr Cashman came to her home the night of the shooting. Mr Cashman denies this or ever making any kind of confession to the witness. When the defence asked him about his affair with the witness, he said he'd never considered leaving his partner or their family to be with her. He said, "It was just a bit of fun for me. There was no love." Now, today has concluded, the court has concluded for the day, should I say. We're expecting it to resume tomorrow morning, where we expect to hear further evidence from the defendant in this case, Thomas Cashman.